The Canadian flick Ginger Snaps was released to great acclaim. It put a fresh spin on the whole horror film genre, breaking that stereotypical type of horror film, and it quickly developed a worldwide cult following. Now, not one but two follow-up pictures are happening, a prequel and a sequel. The sequel is called Ginger Snaps Unleashed. The star of it is Emily Perkins. She's here. Before we chat with her, let's take a look at Ginger Snaps Unleashed.
Don't you just love the sound of nature?
This ends now.
You can't fight what's in us, B.
I'm not like you, Ginger. I'm stronger.
Oh, really? That's not how I remember you the first 15 years of your life.
It's how I remember the last 15 minutes of yours.
Okay, this Vancouver-born actress has a history of taking roles in spooky projects. She's best known for her role as Bev in the Stephen King miniseries It, and of course Bridget in Ginger Snaps. Please welcome the enchanting Emily Perkins.
Thanks, Sean. I'm glad to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here. You're quite a cult hero.
Thank you.
Now, what is it that makes Ginger Snaps gives it such a cult following?
Well, I think it's because it's a character-driven horror film, and it's not condescending for teens. It's kind of a straight horror film, and it's not self-consciously ironic like the Scream movies, and I think we're all kind of sick of that stuff. So it's really refreshing. It's really smart. It's kind of has a sardonic sense of humor, and it's kind of has a socially critical side. So yeah,
give me one example of how this, in case somebody hasn't seen it out there, because you're right. I mean, it's profoundly different from that sort of cheap Hollywood stereotypical horror film. Give us an example of that.
Well, it definitely has a feminist consciousness to it, and I mean, the character of Bridget, she's a marginal character, and you're forced to sort of identify with her. So it has a subversive kind of tone to it, because you know, anytime you have to identify with the marginal character, the monster, you have to be critical of mainstream values. So I think that's what makes it different, and they're very strong female characters.
And you talk about how you identify with that character. You've
Yes.
called yourself a freak or an outcast when you were in high school, right?
Yeah, well, I definitely was. Like, I was very broody and reflective, but it was something that I really kept hidden. Externally, I was more of a people pleaser, and I was an achiever. So it was great for me to unleash this repressed aspect of myself. I know, it's so cheesy. Repressed aspect of myself, and have it witnessed and have it validated, and it's really rewarding that so many teenagers seem to find that it resonates for them.
Well, the first film was known to be pretty campy, and fun.
Yeah.
This new one, which comes out, in theaters, I guess next week.
Yeah.
This has got a real darker side. In fact, some of it's really dark, and there's some shocking scenes. There's a group masturbation scene. What was it like filming all that?
Well, it was just a lot of fun. Like, for me, I mean,
I'll
obviously,
say.
what could be more fun than masturbation, really?
Nothing.
I don't know. It was really great to visit the character, and I think the reason why it's a darker film than the first one is because it reflects Bridget's character. She doesn't have as much fun with the werewolf transformation as Ginger does in the first one, and really the films are about repressed female desire, and the fact that our society is so critical of female desire, and it's really something that teenage girls are taught to be fearful of. So that's what it's about. It's about the horror of being a teenage girl.
Do you have teenage girls coming up to you saying, "Wow, you really nailed it. This is who I am," or this is expressing that desire to unleash who I am?
I have had letters, but I don't really get recognized in the street because I look a lot different than Bridget, I think. So.
And part of that is that you become a werewolf.
Right.
In
So
this
I got
film.
tons of makeup on.
So tell me about that. What was it? How's it like to have to act with all that makeup on?
Well, it's fabulous. Like, I was always a big Star Trek fan in high school, so it's a dream come true to wear all that makeup. And it's like the essence of being an actor is becoming the other, and you can't get much more extreme becoming the other than playing a monster. So, but it was really grueling. Like, it was 7 hours in makeup at the final stages of the transformation. So, it was made for a pretty exhausting day, but it was really validating to be able to look in the mirror and be ugly and have that be a good thing.
Now, are you actually really into all this stuff? Like, there's a lot of self-mutilation.
Yeah.
You cut off your ear.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something that do you have a fetish for this stuff? I mean, you keep appearing in these films. I'm curious.
Yeah, well, it is a very salient aspect of my psyche, I have to admit. I'm not going to go into personal details, but yeah.
That's part of unleashing who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a thrill to have you here. The film is called Ginger Snaps Unleashed. It's the sequel. Emily Perkins, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim.